Did you know that one country has the world's largest standing army, while another spends more on defense than the next 10 combined? But here's the big question. When we talk about a nation's power, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it its economy, its technology, or maybe its military? Here's the thing, whether we like it or not, in today's unpredictable world, countries are doubling down on one thing: military strength. But here's the twist. It's not just about numbers anymore. Strategy, innovation, and influence matter just as much. So, who's leading the pack in 2024? And why does it matter now more than ever? Let's break it down. This is the story of the top 10 largest militaries in 2024 and why their size and power matters more than you might think. Let's rewind for a moment. When I was in high school, I remember watching a documentary about D-Day, thousands of soldiers landing on the beaches of Normandy, tanks rumbling through Europe, and the massive logistical effort behind it all. It blew my mind. Armies weren't just about fighting, they were about shaping history. Fast forward to today, and things look very different. Wars are fought with drones and satellites, not just boots on the ground. But one thing hasn't changed. The size of a military force is still a symbol of a nation's power and ambition. So, what does it mean to have one of the largest military forces in the world in 2024? It's not just about the number of soldiers anymore, but also their capability. How ready they are to deploy, how advanced their technology is, and how much influence they wield globally. But why does this ranking matter? Nations use their military size for three main reasons: defense, deterrence, and projection of power. Whether it's protecting borders, preventing aggression, or influencing geopolitics, military size is still a key part of the equation. Number 10, Turkey. With 425,000 active troops, Turkey plays a critical role as the bridge between Europe and the Middle East. But what makes Turkey's military unique is its ability to operate on multiple fronts, whether in Syria, the Aegean Sea, or NATO-led missions. Turkey is heavily investing in drones, including their domestically produced Bayraktar TB2, which has already proven its might in conflicts from Libya to Ukraine. Turkey's military power reflects its ambition to be a bridge, not just geographically, but geopolitically. Number 9, Egypt. At number 9 is Egypt, the cradle of civilization and a rising military force. With 440,000 active personnel, Egypt fields Africa's largest standing army. But size isn't its only strength. Anchored by the strategic Suez Canal, Egypt's military secures one of the world's most vital trade routes. Egypt's military is also one of the most well-funded in Africa, equipped with modern fighter jets, naval frigates, and tanks. They're not just protecting borders, they're projecting regional power. Number 8. Vietnam. Vietnam has roughly 480,000 active personnel, but here's the catch. When you include reserves, their military numbers skyrocket to over 5 million. This is a nation that knows the value of preparedness. That mindset comes from its history, from outlasting colonial powers to enduring the Vietnam War. Today, every able-bodied citizen is trained under mandatory conscription, creating a military ready for anything. Add in its strategic position in Southeast Asia, and Vietnam's armed forces are as much a symbol of its past as they are a safeguard for its future. Number 7. South Korea. With 500,000 active troops and a reserve force of 3.5 million, South Korea's military isn't just a deterrent, it's a shield. From high-tech missile defense systems to cutting-edge KF-21 fighter jets, South Korea boasts one of the world's most modernized armed forces. Mandatory conscription ensures nearly every male citizen is ready to defend the nation, a testament to resilience on a precarious peninsula. Number 6. Pakistan. Pakistan, with an active force of over 654,000 troops, is one of the most militarized nations per capita. Why? Decades-long tensions with India have led Pakistan to build a robust army, with a strong focus on nuclear capabilities and a powerful intelligence wing, the ISI. Here's the twist. Pakistan spends less than $10 billion annually on defense, proving that size doesn't always equate to spending. Number 5. North Korea. Yes, North Korea. With 1.2 million active soldiers in a country of just 26 million people, it's essentially a military state. Their troops are backed by thousands of artillery pieces and a growing arsenal of nuclear weapons. However, their technology is outdated, and much of their military spending focuses on keeping the regime in power rather than modern warfare. Number 4. Russia. Russia is an enigma. It has 1.3 million active troops and is the world's largest country geographically, so it needs that scale. From tanks to nuclear warheads, Russia's military strength has always been about raw firepower. But the war in Ukraine exposed cracks in their logistics and command structure. Even so, Russia remains one of the most formidable forces in the world. Number 3. United States. Speaking of the U.S., it might surprise you that America doesn't have the largest standing army. Just 1.32 million active personnel. But here's the kicker. They spend more on their military than the next 10 countries combined, over $800 billion in 2024. That money funds everything from stealth bombers to a global network of military bases. The U.S. military isn't just about size. It's about reach and readiness. Number 2. India. With over 1.4 million active troops, India has the second largest standing army in the world. But that's just the beginning. India is a nuclear power, invests heavily in space-based defense systems, and has a growing navy to dominate the Indian Ocean. Its military spending in 2024? A jaw-dropping $73 billion. Why? To counter China and Pakistan, two neighbors with whom it shares borders. Number 1. China. Finally, China boasts 2 million active troops, the largest standing army in the world. But what's even more impressive is their technological edge. Hypersonic missiles, aircraft carriers, and AI-powered drones. China is aiming to dominate not just land, but sea and air as well, especially in the Indo-Pacific. Their military budget? Over $225 billion annually, second only to the United States. So, what's the takeaway? Having a large military isn't just about numbers. It's about how that power is used. For some countries, it's about deterrence, keeping enemies at bay. For others, it's about ambition, projecting power far beyond their borders. And then there's another side of the story. Militaries aren't just tools of war. They respond to natural disasters, provide humanitarian aid, and, in some cases, keep governments stable. These rankings remind us how interconnected military power and global stability really are. Behind every ranking is a nation's hope for security, power, or survival. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into global issues, and let us know in the comments. What do you think the future of military power looks like? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.